Yeah, so I'd never seen this film.
No,
I'm not sure anybody had.
I don't think Walken had.
I don't think he's ever watched it back. Because this is too much. I think when we picked this, we're like, oh, this will be fun. Because we like Christopher Walken. But it's like going, it's like, oh, I like Terry's Orange. Yeah, do you want to eat a bucket load of them until you're sick? This was too much Walken. I love him. I did think I could watch Walken in absolutely anything. Turns out I'm wrong. It's because it's not just that he's in every scene. It's that in every scene he's the ultimate version of Walken as well. It's like this. Watching this film is like going to a theme park. The theme is Christopher Walken, and it's too much. It's like somebody's injected him with a syringe full of very small Christopher Walkens.
It's that Saturday Night Live sketch of the Walken family reunion. Yeah, as a film.
I mean, I've read around it a bit now, and it seems a couple of things that were going against it is Christopher Walken hated the Whitley Strieber, it sounds like, the bloke who wrote it and then he's playing.
Whitley Strieber,
because the Whitley Strieber says, oh, you what was that line? You're playing it like I'm insane. And Christopher...
I've got it written down. Go on. Yeah, he says, you're playing me a little too crazy. And Walken said...
If the shoe fits...
Yeah.
Christopher Walken's great, but you do need somebody there going, hey, tone it down, you mad cunt, once in a while.
Stop walking into every scene and doing a little dance.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I mean, you're big. You're very big. Because 3 minutes in, this is when I texted you and I said, right, 3 minutes into this film, I lulled because the Christopher Walken in that scene, the computer scene, which I will recreate in a minute, Christopher Walken, 3 minutes in, makes the Christopher Walken in Voodoo a Kill look like Christopher Timothy. Right? It's straight away. All he's got to do is...
Fair.
And every scene is a normal scene practically. So the director's gone, okay, in this scene, you're an author, you're working on a novel, and the bloody computer breaks down, and you get a little bit angry. Got it! Okay, rolling! Punches the computer. I was on a roll. I'm hot. You bastard. Work, you son of a bitch, you. Go. I'll kill you with my thumbs. All right, okay, cut. That was too much. I don't care. Next. Fair enough then. And the director's just gone, fine.
But we should say for people who have no idea what this film is, and I don't blame them.
We haven't really explained.
Well, it says, based on the experiences of one American family in which a man named Whitley Strieber is convinced that aliens keep taking him away at night. But he lives with his wife and his son.
Oh, I mean, fuck it.
And
that poor son. Even as an actor, he must have been chill, because I did put on Twitter that one scene. Where all he has to do is, okay, just go up and say, night, son, love you. And he goes, okay, I'm going to say something like that. Oh, fuck, he's not going to say what I said, is he? No. Okay, sleep tight, you bastard, or whatever. Just walks out of the shot. It's just nobody is managed. He doesn't need to be directed in this, Christopher Walken. He needed to be fucking tased.
I think possibly what it is that without him, this film doesn't get made.
Yeah, but with him, it's not a film.
I just want to mention that in the next scene, he's telling knock-knock jokes to himself and wearing a trilby while he cooks.
Yes.
That's fine. Everyone does that.
I do not like to.
Interestingly, even though he's full Walken, I don't really like this character, but the trilby makes him look like such a knobhead.
It's huge as well. It's like a bucket trilby.
Yeah.
And he's talking to a wolf painting. Oh, the wolf painting is on the wall. It's going to get
me. And
he
brought that with him. You know the art director didn't say it. He goes, I brought this. Why? Roll film. Why? We've been filming this for 7 months now. It was a 2-week shoot. And then Christopher Walken has an idea every day.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
If you've ever burnt toast, for instance, or a piece of food, do the fire brigade instantly turn up?
And fine you. By the time the fire thing happens, I'm already confused by the tone of this film. And because because he's such a wild man already, he's got nowhere to go. I thought that 3 minutes in, I'm like, if he's going to act this mental straight away, he's got nowhere to go. I was wrong. And an hour and 45 minutes later, he's got his cock out, and he's putting pipes up his own arsehole on an alien ship and having a great time, right? But at this point, 3 minutes in, I'm like, well, he's peaked, yeah? I was wrong.
Because once we've recovered from the fire brigade incident, they're then all in the same car together and they're driving out to a cabin in the woods. And it cuts to Walken in bed with his wife and he's doing like Dennis Taylor.
I've got that exact thing. Why is he doing a Dennis Taylor tribute act, except it's just the I mean, other than that, it's nothing like... Because the scene starts with him, they're in bed and he goes, say something dirty. Right? Yeah. And I'm like, don't. And he goes, and then he just goes, I love this because this is definitely Christopher Walken improvising what he thinks dirty talk is. Say something dirty. Say erection. That's all he needs, is it?
Can you say erection?
I'll never say it.
And then he goes, want to fool around, you old ball and chain, you. She's asleep next to him. And for some reason, he's gone, this is how I sleep. I'll start rolling. And he's put his arm over her throat. He's literally got his elbow in her Adam's apple. And he's gone, that's how people sleep, right? Yeah, fine. Yeah, all right, fine. He can't even get out of bed. In a second, when the lights come on, and the aliens or whatever, he has to get out of bed. He gets out of bed in a way that no human being gets out of bed. He rolls to one side with his knees in his chest. He straightens his legs and lets the weight of the legs tip him out of bed. That's not how anyone gets out of bed, mate.
No. So he goes to tend to his son, who's terrified.
Yeah. And you know, this is how he calms him down. So forget that already he's freaked him out before bed, going, sleep tight. Right? And now he tries to calm him down, but he's holding him and goes, so, do you know any good Indian hunting songs?
Do you know any Indian hunting songs?
That's the actual line he uses.
Do you know the old buffalo hunting song?
And the kid's like, why is it like this every night, you mad cunt? And then it hard cuts to him in his office again, talking to himself in a German accent. And I just want to make sure you didn't miss this. For no reason, he's nude from the waist down apart from a pair of cowboy boots.
Oh, you're right.
And the costume department isn't going to say, okay, we got you this shirt, we got these shoes, and we got you these trousers. Okay, I'll take the shirt and the shoes, but keep the trousers. No, but what? No, this is a middle of the day scene. It's not a bedroom scene. I'm playing it my way. Fucking hell, you're a nutter. And then somebody comes in and says, no, you're going to dress like an elephant.
Yeah, we give him a little... It's a grey suit and a grey hat. And a little elephant trunk that he wears with a string.
He's the only person ever when somebody said, can you do an impression of an elephant? He's then put his cock back in.
He could pull his bum cheeks really far apart like the ears.
Yeah.
And waggle his cock down.
Yeah. Of all the episodes of Smersh Pod I've ever listened to, right, when you say something like, he could do this thing that's patently ridiculous, this is the first time I go, he might have done that in one of the extended scenes.
Imagine that. Imagine someone said they're going to show their elephant and you thought he's going to get his knob out of his flies, pick his pockets out. No, he's going to pull his arsehole apart, dangle his cock between his legs.
Yeah, I've never seen an elephant. Well, it doesn't look like that.
Those three crows would be like, I've seen a housefly. I've
seen a housefly, I've seen a butterfly, and there's the horsefly. The horsefly, and the third crow is very quiet, and it just, after a second, it just goes, I've seen Christopher Walken's arsehole.
Which if he still manages to fart like him, it kind of goes, fart.
Yeah. Gas.
So he goes to the party and they have a nice time, and then he leaves his son to take him home to bed, and then they walk down these spooky corridors, and then someone with a bug mask, like a grasshopper mask, jumps out.
Yeah.
And Walken goes fucking mad.
To be fair, clearly money's been spent on this costume to look like an alien bug thing. It is scary. I'm in a dark room and an alien bug jumped out at me. Fuck you, right? I don't care if she's 13. I'll punch her right in the mouth.
Yeah. Thing is, you're at a fancy dress party where everyone's wearing masks. I take your view if he was in the middle of the
exam. All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Or at the doctor's.
I was in the DVLA and an alien bug creature jumped out of me, and I strangled her to death, and it turned out she worked there. But I feel bad now, but...
But then, in the evening, the intruder lights go off again, and he's picked up and carried out by loads of little small people in robes. And that's where it cuts to him, which we expand upon later, but it cuts to him in the midst of all these small people in robes, kind of sat there like he's doing an album cover.
Yeah.
Naked, and just kind of being like, this is all right.
Yeah. And there's no reason for him to be... In fact, he's not naked. He's got trousers on. Which doesn't make sense if you're being anally probed.
Then the next morning he comes down for breakfast and he's completely fine. And then he talks about how he saw an owl.
Yeah, that's right. Look, two things happen in this scene. As he walks into shot, he's making an actor's decision. I don't know if you notice this. He's playing with his hair because he's trying to make it look like he's put a wig on. He's fiddling with it like in this scene, I have a wig. Fine. Just fucking do the scene. This is our 4th consecutive year of filming. Right? Okay. But then he goes, despite the fact he's seen an alien, there's lights coming on. I bet that massive light was an owl. The poor other actress looking at him is just like, do I speak now? And the answer is always no. And there's a pause and he goes, it might still be here. Let's hunt for the owl. And then that's the end of that plot line.
So later that night, he and his wife should start having a big old row.
Yeah, I can't remember what happens, but at some point during the row, he just goes, whoa! Whoa! He's got a shotgun just on top of the wardrobe. It's not even at the back, it's dangling off the wardrobe a little bit.
And he starts loading it as they're rowing. And I'm thinking, where the fuck's this going?
She's not, she's seen it before.
And then as he's walking around the house, we start seeing the little men in hoods running about again.
But are they...
And he starts shooting indiscriminately.
Yeah. But are they there?
Are they there?
Fantasizing?
I think so.
Did they only come that one time? Because it
hallucinating.
does beg the question, why we got a spaceship and we're just hanging around farmland waiting for this knobber to turn up again?
All I could think of is, you know that Simpsons episode where Homer's cleaning the basement with those really strong chemicals and they all start attacking him?
Yeah.
So all I could think of was that, with that little cleaning man goes, I must destroy you. All I could think of. I just thought that Walken one day was cleaning his computer because he kept turning off with a very strong substance, which now caused him to have hallucinations non-stop.
That would make way more sense.
So she tells him they need to go and see a psychiatrist specialising in hypnotic regression therapy. Yeah. So they do. They go and see Janet Duffy.
Frances Sternhagen, right?
Sternhagen, yeah, fans of Outlaw.
Yeah, she's great.
No,
almost everyone in this is too good for the project.
Yeah.
Except Christopher Walken, who is a wonderful actor and a great presence, but in this one, it's his fault. It's his fault.
He tells her the story about his Boxing Day just gone, where he was pro.
I love this bit. Because he's saying it while he's laughing. He's doing the falling off a bridge laugh from... basically, I got Italy probed. Rectal up the ass. And then just like this, and she goes, and when did this happen? Which I don't know why that matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
And he's laughing, going, day after Christmas, what are you going to do? In fact, that's the only way I celebrate now.
Yeah, I have cold turkey, chips, and a pipe up the arsehole. Anyway, so she after hearing his story, she suggests hypnosis, and he goes, I'd rather stick pins in my eyeballs.
But he goes,
and then his wife and him have an argument immediately after that. A scene we don't need.
A lot of this is bollocks now. A lot of it is padding.
Yeah. So then he goes under hypnotherapy, and it confirms that he has been abducted by unknown beings.
Something worth mentioning here. This is an alien abduction. It's marked on Wikipedia as sci-fi horror. Almost all of it happens in very boring rooms with people talking. Nothing. There's no action to it, other than the occasion.
Well lit as well.
Yeah, but it's all set in just doctors' offices and their apartment, and now this therapy room. It's such a boringly staged film.
Come again?
And there's no stakes. What are the stakes? I would like to find out what happened to me. What happens if you don't? I don't know. Nothing, probably.
Then, as if we haven't seen anything, enough mad stuff, a little Smash robot runs in And then we see him dancing with the floating aliens. And the one alien looks like one of those things they have out of used car dealerships.
Yeah.
With an alien head. It's this puppet that just goes left to right and its arms waggle.
Yeah. It doesn't look... Well, it does look terrible.
But that's when he puts the pipe up his bumhole.
And he goes, well, the alien...
Tries to do it, and he kind of goes, give it here.
He's like... The thing is, he doesn't... He says something bizarre. The alien's holding the probe, and he's about to shove it in. And I think he thinks it looks like a microphone. Because it looks like you're about to sing White Christmas. No, it does not. Bing Crosby was a weird-looking fucker. He didn't look like this.
And then loads of children.
Yeah, I'd lost it, but then there's lots of children, which is supposed to be flashbacks to him as different ages.
I don't know. I really don't know, because some of them were girls.
I went through a phase.
Then he is just lying around in the nude, and then it cuts back to the group he was with, and they're all worried because he's a writer that they're going to write about. Oh yeah, he's going to.
But isn't it also a shot here just before he cuts back to that where he's around an alien and he's leaning up against a wall reading a magazine?
Oh yeah, God, yeah, you're right. He's sitting on a little sofa.
Yeah, I had to go back and check. Like, he can't be just reading a magazine. I'm like, he's totally just reading a magazine. So,
is this where he kisses one as well?
Yeah, he kisses one.
Yeah.
While he's in the nude. I don't know what's going on here. But also, I've got so many questions about, like, did he bring the magazine? Is it an alien magazine? Is it like a doctor's office going, right, we are going to shove a pipe up your arsehole, but it just needs to be there for 45 minutes. So try and relax, and here's a copy of fucking Better Homes and Gardens.
Walken emerges in the house with his wife, dressed in a full suit, and starts singing Putting on the Ritz.
I feel that was a choice he made.
Yeah, it's a choice he made. He carries on singing it as well while she's talking to him. And then eventually he realises that he basically says, I'm going out to get some cigarettes.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. And then he drives out into the middle of nowhere. He goes into like a shed, and suddenly all the alien men come in, and they all start dancing, and suddenly he's their best friend.
Wait, so are they even... Is there even a spaceship, or have they just done up a barn?
It looks like a barn. I thought it was a barn. I didn't know if it was supposed to be a spaceship.
Oh, I don't know now.
I don't know now either. You've made me doubt it, but it looks like a barn. And
are they even aliens?
Instead of going,
or are they just locals who are inbred, who are just like, anytime somebody moves into the area, as a joke, we shove a thing up their arsehole?
But instead of sort of going, leave me alone, stop ruining my life, he's kind of like, hey, let's all dance. And then the little wibbly man comes out again, going from side to side with his wibbly arms.
Yeah.
Dancing and getting on like a house on fire. Then he goes home happy, and his wife's happy that he's happy, seemingly over it all now. Then there's another light shining, this time in their apartment and not in the cottage. So they all go onto the roof. Now, they're all kind of like vaguely looking around the sky at this point. And Wikipedia says, because I had to look it up, he realises he has been in contact with them his whole life, and it was passed on from his father, and he will in turn pass it on to his son.
But he says something like that. No? He says something like that in the film. And I wasn't following it then, because the first part, I'm like, is this anything, or have they just kept the camera on while he's talking? Because how does that make... What have they passed on? How you can't... There's not congenital alien.
Has your family got any histories of things going up their arsehole? Well, yeah, my dad and my dad.
It's aliens putting things up our family is all up the bum. It's a wonder any of us were born, to be honest. And it's
like
and we'd be very good not made a reference to the gold watch and Pulp Fiction, right? All these aliens going back generation after generation. Just, I want my fucking Secunda back.
Also, he's got to have a sit down with his son at some point and say, look, when you're older...
Yeah, your body's going to change.
Yeah.
Actually, your body's going to be exactly the same, but there's going to be a pipe up it.
Because this is
is this actually, is that why it's called communion, like the Catholic thing? No, son. It's different to that.
He then goes back to writing his book, and he talks about how he's now accepted the fact that this is his life. I'm like, hang on a minute. And then
what's his life?
I don't understand. So I was just going to say, he's sitting there and you're thinking, well, what have you accepted? And then he sees the face of the grey alien and he starts pulling off the mask, and underneath is like a little elephant face from the one he was wearing earlier. And he's like, no, I didn't want that. And he puts the mask back on, and you're like, what's going on? And then it just goes to the credits.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially, you described the entire film there.
Yeah.
At the very start, you go, what's going on? And then something, catch the credits. Because this film could have ended at any point and made as much sense.
Yeah.
It could have just smash cut.